with that all said, the voice in my ear says we are ready to go with our Talkatoo% run of Super Mario Odyssey with Cheese J. So Cheese J, let's jump to it, superstar.
Okay, hello, my name is Cheese J, and today I am going to be showcasing Super Mario Odyssey Talkatoo%. If you don't know what Talkatoo% is real quick, the objective of the run is to beat the game, but we can only get moons if we talk to our little hint bird friend first, Talkatoo. And whenever we talk to Talkatoo, he'll give us a set of 3 moon names, and we have to go grab them and then come back and rinse repeat. And yeah, those are the only moons we could get aside from story moons, which are just the moons on the podium, and those are kind of like the free space on the bingo card, because Talkatoo will never give us those. But other than that, I think we are ready to start here. I'm going to give a countdown from 3, and on go, we will start the speed run. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go!
Okay, just some basic movement tech to get out of the way first. The first thing you're going to see me do here is buffer a spin pound, and that's just the fastest way to get up to max speed. The way you do a spin pound is just by spinning the stick twice, and then doing a ground pound input. Excuse me. And I'm going to transition that into a roll. And rolling is the fastest ground movement speed. So, yeah. Cat Kingdom, there is no Talkatoo. We won't get to talk to Talkatoo until after Manam, Burrito, and Cascade. So, the first 4-ish minutes is just kind of normal any percent gameplay. Except we have a Boxers incentive, so I have to remember to go out of my way to grab coins for that, just in case Boxers ends up winning at any point. So I'm going to go to the left here, behind these boxes, and there's going to be a coin stack that I can do a really big spin throw to grab all the coins. Perfect.
But streamer, this routing is suboptimal. You're not going fast, streamer.
Oh yeah, that bonk definitely wasn't fast. Oh, I'm almost dead. Okay, that's great. Let's just slip off the edge.
Fine. We can pull this back.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I think. I hope. Oh, okay, yeah. That was really close.
Generous placement of that platform for us.
Yeah, that was a little bit scary. And then what I'm going to do here is throw Cappy into this coin block, get a bunch of coins there. And the kind of what we do in Cap here for the Boxers is just grab as many coins as we can, because there's just so many coins here in Cap Kingdom. And you're going to see in the next 2 kingdoms as well, there's going to be a lot of coins for Boxers, if I do my routing right. Now, typically, I would do a trick called left side here, where I do a vault off the left hat there, but because I am trying to get the Boxers, I'm going to go up the right side and grab all these coins. Perfect. And then we're going to fight Topper, and Topper is just real easy. He's going to be dead in like 10 seconds.
Oh, wait, sorry, I looked away. Could you do that again?
Nope, he's dead.
Oh.
And just like that, we're on to Cascade. In Cascade, I'm going to attempt to do a little bit of a fancy trick known as DSS, or Dino Skip. And what that does is it lets it lets me skip capturing the dino and jump on the bounce pad to get up to my Brutal. And it also puts me really close to a coin hint art. So if I ground pound specific spots in the map, I will get 200 coins, and a little like pixel Luigi will spawn. And the Nintendo like put out tweets on Twitter a couple years back to show where these spots were. Kind of as like a little scavenger hunt mini game within the game, so I can abuse that in a speedrun setting to just get a bunch of coins real easy, so I can make something like this Boxer's incentive possible. Oh, okay, yeah, that happened. Okay, here we go. DSS right after this moon.
You got it.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see. I'm gonna give it 1 attempt, and then just move on. Okay, just gotta skip this cutscene. Here we go. I'm gonna give it 1 more attempt for the fans. 1 more attempt for the fans. I usually only give it 1. Yeah, not today. Oh well. You can see what I was trying to go for there. There's a little ledge there I can stand on, and that can make it so I can just kind of jump off that ledge and then scale that wall really fast and skip this cutscene right here. But there is some back-end movement, so I can still get the coin in art. I can come over here.
Yeah, anything that involves terrain that like basically looks like it shouldn't be is always kind of difficult.
Yeah, that jump is like pretty pixel tight. There we go. There's the 200 coin Luigi. And then I can come up here. Perfect. That'll work. And do that to skip that 2D section and then get to Madame Brutal. Okay. Good call to not roll boost there. I did not want to roll off that edge. And then this boss fight's pretty simple. I can grab a couple of coins during it to get my coin count higher. And I'm going to sandwich Cappy, or the chomp between Cappy and Mario here. Then knock its hat really fast and then throw Cappy again to capture it. And kind of just stun lock it. This boss fight's really quick and easy. And done. Yes, Talkatoo 2% is a randomizer run, essentially. It's a built-in randomizer in the game. And we're about to see Talkatoo here in about 30 seconds. So, teacher, if you have any messages real quick you want to go ahead and mention, now would be a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to take the opportunity to let you know that you can enjoy Prevent-A-Thon in additional languages. We're joined for Prevent-A-Thon 5 by Japanese Restream, a channel dedicated to restreaming RTA events such as GDQ and RPG Limit Break in Japanese. You can view their coverage of this event by going to twitch.tv/Japanese_restream or by typing !Restream in the chat. I want to also let you know that you do have the ability throughout the entirety of this run to choose Mario's attire. That's why Cheese J is making sure to collect lots of coins, because if the donations come in and if the boxers option comes ahead, she's going to have to head over to, is that Tostada? It's Tostarena.
Tostarena.
Rather.
But,
like Tostada's the actual food.
But I can change the boxes in any kingdom, because I can just run into the Odyssey.
True. Once you have them.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us about our moons here.
Okay, so I just got one. I only need one to leave, and that's Toad. And you also notice, I forgot to mention, I'm playing in Chinese here, and typically I would not be able to read Chinese, but there was a nice little tool made by my good old friend Biaka and AC Heracos, known as the Talkatoo Translator. And what that does is it reads the game and then spits out the moons in a little program here for me so I can see the moons with images of each moon after Talkatoo says them, and then I can spit that out on the stream in a little text program, or text file. So yeah, makes it really nice so we can play in Chinese and save time, and also makes it so it's a little bit of a better viewer experience as well. So every time I get a moon from Talkatoo, it'll show up on the stream. Nice and easy.
And if you want to participate with the stream in the traditional fashion, every time Cheese J gets a moon, you are welcome to clap at home.
Yes, just like GDQ.
Exactly. Thankfully, we get to enjoy a quieter version of that, because I won't be doing that here, so.
Just like the last run where everybody was saying bruh. That was my favorite.
Yes, I remember that.
That was such a dumb bit, but I loved it.
Absolutely. No, you have to put a pin on it, and you have to kind of one up any joke that's been done before if you want to keep it going. Okay.
In Sand Kingdom here. Gonna grab this checkpoint so I can work back to it for all my Talkatoo visits. And then here we go, Talkatoo's right here. In town. Oh, I almost missed that jump. That's not a bad moon. 2 good moons so far. Okay, that third one is bad because it is on top of the inverted pyramid. So if I want to grab,
yeah, that seems like a problem.
Yeah, if I want to grab that one, I'd have to go through the entire inverted pyramid, and that would lose me like 2 minutes. So unless I get one more inverted pyramid, I'm just gonna ignore that one, and we're gonna play this kingdom on 2 slots, unfortunately, instead of 3.
Got it. Okay, so that gives us a little bit of an idea how you strategize for this sort of run. You essentially treat it like inventory slots for moons that you can get, and if anything unfortunate comes up, you have to do without and just kind of route out shorter runs before you head back to Talkatoo.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And a lot of the early game and all this I'm trying to see is just me grabbing checkpoints along with moons, just so I can easily warp from moon to moon later. So the start of every kingdom is really slow, but then it'll get fast pretty quick. And then this one's nice and easy. I should also mention I'm unfortunately still playing on the Switch 1, so I don't have the fancy fast loads or no input drops quite yet, but hopefully in less than a week I'll be on a Switch 2. I do have mine ordered. For anyone that's unaware, Switch 2 saves 45 seconds of loads in any percent alone. So in a category like this,
Nice.
it would be probably over a minute. There it is. Okay, there's my second IP moon. And I'm gonna do it.
It's not quite Scarlet and Violet, but
Yeah.
it's still a not insignificant difference.
Yeah, I'm doing a trick right here known as daylight savings time abuse, and if I just update that clock, I'll get the seed to grow because it takes 20 minutes to grow typically, but the game bases that off the clock on the Switch menu, so I can kind of cheese
Nice.
it. And you get this moon. This is probably like the best moon in the kingdom to get. Yeah, because I'm here, I'm gonna talk again. Give me a third one. No, okay. I'm just gonna ignore that one for now and just go straight to the IP, I think. That's probably the best play. And because I'm going to the IP, I'm going to get those 2 moons I roll, but I'm also going to get the Harriet multi-moon, so I'll get 5 moons in total here for going to the IP. But on the flip side, it also puts the kingdom in Nightstand, which is a lot harder to traverse. So I just have to be aware of that. There's a bunch of mummies on the ground I'm going to have to dodge going forward here after I finish Harriet. And I'm doing a trick here known as IP clip. If I do a ground pound and a roll and then cancel it with a cap throw, I can get a lot of speed and then cancel that speed immediately and clip right through that wall. And not have to grab the 2 story moons. Which I know I said are freebies, but they're still really slow. Because they're not really in the path. Okay. And I might take an intentional hit there. Okay, so I have 1 moon inside the IP, and then my other moon is on top of the IP. So I have the 2D moon here, and then the Jackson Tail moon on top.
And then the rest kind of, is there also that multi-moon from clearing the pyramid itself?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that, but the 2 moons Talkatoo gave me are this 2D one, and then the tail one.
One down.
Yep, and I also get a bunch of coins for that, too.
True. Speaking of which, we do have a $10 donation from Zokubun. 2 little warriors with the comment, I think Mario is a pretty cool guy. Mario jumps on hats and doesn't afraid of anything, including being only in boxers.
Okay, so does that mean I have to switch to boxers?
It went exactly where you think it did, so when you get the chance.
Yeah, as soon as I kill Harriet, I can not do that because I'm not at 1,000 coins, but I can make progress towards that. I can do that as soon as possible. There are 2 hint arts here I can grab relatively quickly. And
hey, if you want to block our friend Zokubun's donation and keep that from happening, you just need to donate 11 or more dollars to Little Warriors to make sure that Mario stays in his normal attire.
Exactly. But yeah, after I finish Harriet here, I can grab 2 corn hint arts and then see where I can find another couple hundred. Whenever I'm doing like the actual talk 2% speedruns, it's a little bit harder to get in boxers than like a typical boxers percent speedrun because it's like the routing's just slightly different.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I mean, you say slightly. Your routing changes from okay, this is how we're gonna do the run to I'm gonna watch what moons I get, and that's gonna decide how I do the run.
Luckily, I did get Bullet Bill Maze Breakthrough. I just noticed that, and there's a coin stack in that sub area as well, so that'll be helpful.
Nice.
So that'll be like another 150 coins there on top of the 400 I'm gonna get from the 2 coin hint arts. So that'll put me just under, I think. So I should be able to get in the boxes there in the next couple of minutes.
That's what I say to myself whenever I get ready for bed in the evening.
Okay. Just gotta skip this cutscene and then we'll be good to go. And then Captain's gonna yap for a minute here. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna go over here and get the first hint art. I don't know why I did that, but that's okay. There's a wire here. Then we're gonna talk to the bird. Jump bonk. Perfect. On the one pillar. Oh, okay. I just can't get in that. I literally can't get that Midnight Sin. It's quite literally impossible. It's just a lock slot. It is impossible to access the IP until I beat Knuckle Tech, so that's just a completely lost slot. This next one's in the middle of this square here. There we go. Okay. I always struggle to get the exact, like, middle pixel there.
No, for sure. That's something we have an upcoming Sonic block, and it reminds me of the treasure stages in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
Okay, like...
So many times I've been, like, pixels off from the location, the game just won't give it to you. But naturally, that would hold true here as well.
I'm just trying to collect a couple of coins here. There we go.
Very good.
Yeah, there is a coin block there. And then I need to go to the lone pillar over here. And then how do I want to get... I think I'm just going to warp back to town is what I'm going to do, but I will visit that suburb relatively soon. No, I know I'm saving up for 1,000 coins, but can I do this? Yeah, I can do this here. I'm going to spend, what is it, 30? Just to unlock Jaxie here to make the kingdom a little bit easier to traverse. That's what I wanted right there after the lone pillar, but I forgot I didn't buy them.
Hey, that's just more time for you out there watching to get in $11 to keep us from having to switch clothes just now. Don't you want Cheese J to go faster?
Now I need an extra 100 coins on top of the 1,000 I already need. Let me do this. I'm gonna capture a Bill. And there's 2 coin rings here I can grab. Perfect. And we're gonna fly over and grab Jaxie from this stand right here and go to the sub area. And I'm gonna try to hit a couple of these monies and get a couple of coins here. Hopefully. Oh, I missed one. Okay, which one do I have? I have Breakthrough, which is the end one. Okay, grab this coin stack. They'll put me at 933, so I'm almost there. Grab these 3. And then I'm actually gonna leave here. Because I just remembered something I can do if I leave. I can come up here. And where is it? It's up here somewhere. It's this bush right here, I think. Yeah. That'll give me a coin stack. And then I can warp back to down. Yeah, I'm really trying to scrounge for any loose coins I can get here. I can do this, actually. And then next time I come back, those will be coins for me to collect. Okay, employees only. Not bad. That's a really fast min. That's actually on the opposite side of the shop, which I also have. But you cannot talk to these guys from the back, believe it or not. They don't let you get them in. I mean, you can talk to them, but they don't give you them in.
You can talk to them. They just say, get the heck out of the shop.
Yeah, exactly.
And come around the front.
Yeah, exactly.
A time-honored tradition of really of RPGs in general. Any RPG that lets you go around the back of a shop, that's just what's loaded into the NPC's dialogue is, why are you back here?
Exactly. I'm trying to think where I can find 30-ish coins. Just under 30 coins. Okay. For having to do all this coin routing, this really isn't that slow of a Sand Kingdom. Okay, I'll get coins over here. Like I said, every time I come back, these will just be coins for me to collect. Oh, I'm gonna... You know what? I got a coin for bonking. I'll take it. And then
All right, well, she's hard at work. You have a job to do as well, chat. You have, if you want to keep Mario's modesty intact, we are looking for $11 to outpace the 10 so far to Boxers.
Okay. I can buy the boxes by 2 coins.
Here we go.
But
Let's do it.
it's the wrong shop. There we go. The other one is the one I want. Now, as much as I want to buy that min as well, I can't afford both, so we're just going to do boxers. And I will come back when I get 100 coins. Here we go. There's the boxers.
All right, and so our run of Super Modesty Odyssey is now over.
It is. Can I get both? There we go.
Nice.
I really want that shot moon.
No, for sure.
Okay, 23.
Okay.
And then I'm going to come over here and get the seed. Oh.
So effectively, inputting Mario and Boxer's chat has now earned their way towards more Prevent-A-Thon, since you have to earn an additional 100 coins.
Yeah, this is... Okay, so these seed moons are probably the worst moons I could possibly get here in Night Sand, just because the movement is significantly harder and slower, because I have to worry about dodging all these mummies and juggling the seed. But it's okay. There's one on a cliff on the far side of the kingdom, which is significantly worse. And I'm going to do that time abuse trick again here to get the seed to grow. 2. There we go. Oh, I want to keep the camera on it. Because just like a lot of 3D platformers, if something's not on screen, it's not loaded. Okay, there we go. And then I can grab that other moon again for a couple of coins. Okay, there we go. That's a good moon. There, I'm not going to be short on coins the rest of the run now.
Nice.
That's going to give me 250 coins. That's what I was looking for. And just because it's a marathon setting, I will do the cool thing. And I will come over here. I will kill the spill first of all, because it's going to be problematic. And I'm going to ledge grab here. Let the platform come back. And I'm going to drop, cap throw, and then I'll slide through that wall just like that. That's known as platform
Nice.
flip. And I can enter from the back. And now you can see I'm good on coins.
Does that actually save any time, or was that just for the swag?
I don't know if it would save time in this instance or not. It's really hard to tell. Because I would have, if I didn't do that, I would have to talk to the Sphinx and enter a quest.
The Sphinx. True. Good
So
point.
maybe it did save time there, actually. So I can finally get this shot moon I've been holding off on for, like, minutes. That's not the shot moon. That's the shot moon. And I only need one more moon to leave this kingdom. So just one of these two bits has to be good. Here we go. I'm not even going to roll the second one. That is good enough.
Yep, right up over here.
Bring it up this dune here. Perfect. And we are out of sand now. Perfect. On to Lake Kingdom.
Very nice. Yeah, that Sand Kingdom finished in, I think, less than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
At the time outside of Cap Kingdom.
Yeah, it was 15. I had my live split open.
Nice. Yeah, so do you come into, like, if you're doing, uncommentated runs, or you're doing it offline, is there a particular state of mind you try to get into for, like, PB runs, or are PBs just kind of a thing that happen because you get fortune and moons?
So I did hard grind this category last summer for 4 months, and I kind of just, if the run was just like, if my best possible time went over PB, I think it's just when I reset it, typically.
Okay. Yeah, so in a sense, the mindset was just throw a lot of runs at it until you start getting ones that look like they could give you the time you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
as somebody who runs a lot of roguelikes, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, my personal best, which is a 139.02, didn't even look like it was going to be a sub 140 pace, which was my long-term goal for this category. I was going into lunch,
but it turned positive in the second half.
Yeah,
huh?
I was going into luncheon with a 139.30 BPT, I believe, and then I managed to gold that split by 40 seconds somehow by a miracle, and I just brought it back. So it could have happened without that goal, but it would have been really, really hard. I just got really good luncheon RNG and stayed calm under pressure. Okay, that's not a bad moon at all. That's actually...
Good luncheon RNG is a fantastic phrase out of context.
Yeah. Okay, I got 3 really good moons here. So Lake is really...
Yeah, there's one.
Yeah. Lake is really fast because you only need 5 minutes from Talkatoo, and then the boss. So... RNG isn't a huge factor here, typically. It's typically one of the more consistent splits. Oh, I got both in that sub-area. Beautiful. So I'm just gonna get all 3 of these moons. I only need 1 more. I actually lied to you. I'm gonna reroll after this one, since I'm right next to Talkatoo still. That's probably the better option. That way I can maybe just get 3 moons in one go here. Okay, give me 1 more good moon.
You've also got the... Yeah, yep. Let's see it.
Ah, not good. Okay, we'll have to reroll again. Not a big deal.
Well, I guess also got the suggestion from chat that Good Lunch and RNG could make a fun band name.
I see that, yes. Okay, so we're gonna do the sub-area the wrong way because we're speedrunners. And I'm gonna kill Mario. That's not what I meant to do. I did not.
Okay, no, I was waiting for the rest of the explanation on that one.
I just didn't get my roll cancel out there. Oh man. Okay.
We're just setting up the RNG. It's fine.
Am I gonna?
This is all normal. We do this every time we
There we go.
run.
That's fine. So typically I want to do a spin pound, roll cancel, and get speed around that corner, but I just didn't get there.
Nice.
But that's fine. And then here I'm gonna wait for the camera to pan, just so I know what I'm doing, and I can make a big jump over this gap. And then I can capture the zipper. Kill a bunch of Goombas. I'm gonna wait for the camera to update. Oh, this is a... That's fine. And then I want to come over here. And then I want to come over here. And then there you go. That's a pretty fast sub area.
Very nice.
And I need 1 more good move from Talkatoo.
You know, I mentioned to you, I think last week when we were talking about, questions for hosting and getting set up for the run, that one of the things that I really feel like this game encourages out of like kind of the different Mario sub-series is I feel like this game is just really joyful by nature. And the fact that because of the open world that it encourages that you to test out and try that kind of movement is really just like something that is so much fun both casually and in the speedrun context. I'm sure it gets like scary when you're doing those knowing you only have 1 attempt at all those jumps, but even just looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, everyone would absolutely try that jump. It's just that only Cheese J would consistently make that jump.
Oh, yeah. Also, I should mention the translator kind of bugged out there and it didn't read 1 of the moons. It's not a perfect program, so I added it manually. I looked at the moon.
Got it.
So if you ever see a moon that doesn't get read, I'll just add it manually. Also, you said something about, like, having to know all the jumps first try. I don't know if you know this, but what was it, like, what, 3 years ago now, I think? I grabbed all 880 moons in this video game without damage in 1 run, 1 sitting. So.
That is a little terrifying, but tremendously impressive.
Yeah. I
Well
still
done.
think that's the most impressive thing I've done in this game. And I probably won't.
Understandably.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever beat it. It took...
Hey, if you want... sorry, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, it took me a full year of grinding to make that happen. Like 3 to 5 times a week.
I believe it.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, no, you were saying, if you had to read something out and input it manually, if you want something read out on this stream, all you have to do is use !donate in the chat and send that in for us. If you want to tell us about your favorite Mario moment, if you want to make sure that Mario puts his dang clothes back on, especially before he goes to some of the darker, colder kingdoms where those might be useful for him, just get a donation into Prevent-A-Thon and Little Warriors, and we'll make that happen for you.
Absolutely. And speaking of Dark Kingdoms, hopefully we don't see the darkness in this kingdom known as the Deep Woods, but more than likely we will see it multiple times. Talkatoo likes to make you go down in the Deep Woods like 3 times in 1 kingdom pass. It's not ideal, but we'll see if we can get good RNG here. Okay, and then we want to talk to this guy. The enter is flowers, which is number 3. And then we can get straight to Talkatoo. This is the fastest way of going to Talkatoo.
I'm not gonna lie, this kingdom for me is all about the music.
Yes. Oh, speaking of Deep Woods. Yeah, there.
Yeah, 1.
Give me 3. Oh, okay, that works actually. That's essentially a 3rd Deep Woods moon, you'll see. That works out the same as a Deep Woods moon. Okay, so this is probably the best Deep Woods moon I could get. This one, it's just right next to the spawn, and it's really, really fast. So this one I never complain about. And then this timer count is pretty quick also. Oh, come on, hit that. There we go. And that timer town's right there. And then I want to roll past this tree and then up to grab the moon. Oh, good bonk. No, I think I want to plant this seed that's ahead of me to my left, if I remember correctly. Typically, I want to take the planter that's right next to Talkatoo. That'll place me, like, right back next to Talkatoo, but because I have the bunny, I'm going to take a different one. And I think this will put me right next to the Odyssey with the bunny. Perfect.
And so it has. Good call.
Yeah, I just had to remember. I don't usually take that planter very often.
Imagine having to remember things. Couldn't be me.
And back to Talkatoo.
I have the good fortune of having everything written out for me here, including your donation comments.
Yes.
So if you want to put that onto my plate to read, you know what to do. All right, what you got for us, Talkatoo?
That's a good moon. Yeah, that's a really good moon too. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to the Odyssey and grab chopping.
Nice.
I should have 100 coins, right? I'm always skeptical about that, but yeah, I do. I still have plenty of coins.
Yeah, you haven't spent many recently. You're good.
Yeah. Is that
What's our total here? 3, 6, 9, 10, 15? Is
What?
that as far as how many we have to get in this
What?
kingdom? I was just looking at the UI before you came into the shop.
Yeah, I think it's like 15 minutes or something. Yeah.
Okay.
16 it looks.
16. Yeah.
You know what? I want to go. I want to grab that checkpoint yet. I have not been near that checkpoint yet. Good to know.
Oh.
I'm gonna grab that now before I forget. And I'm gonna re-roll even though it's only one moon.
Well, yeah, you're already here.
And I'm gonna re-roll after that one too, because this sub area is right here.
Nice.
Now this sub area is kind of awkward with only one moon, but that's okay. I can make it work. There's a specific cycle we go for when you grab both moons, but it's only like this category where you sometimes have to grab just one.
Sure.
I'm gonna take intentional damage there, and then I can do that. I don't know how to get through it there on like. I don't think you can. I think the difficulties will always be in the way there if you take that fastest cycle. So I just been taking an intentional hit there. I don't like that, man. Okay, we're gonna go up and start the story now. Typically you like to do Spirit pretty early so you can unlock more of the kingdom, because a lot of the kingdom is locked unless you do Spirit. So we gotta grab this story main right here with the plant. And we get to do a fancy trick known as Flower Red Skip to get to Spirit, and then we get to do Tower Skip as well to skip the tower before doing Spirit. And then we'll get the rock wall and not the crew in the tall fence, and then we'll go back to Talkatoo. That's Fire Red Skip, and then this is Tower Skip right here. So you don't have to go inside the tower.
Yeah, this is the one I remember.
I almost been punted right off the edge, so I did my death, but I did not. And then I'm gonna grab a couple of coins here during the boss. And if I stick Cappy underneath them, I can kind of sandwich them like I did in Cascade. And dead.
Nice. Yeah, much like in any strategy RPG, flanking your enemy is very effective, as it turns out.
Yeah. Okay. And after this cutscene, we're gonna go up to the rock wall and the tall fence, but which are both really, really quick moons.
Very good.
And hopefully we can just ignore treasure trap and not have to go back in the deep woods again. I try to limit it to one visit at most, but that
Sure.
doesn't always happen. Okay. I'm gonna go over here. Oh. No spin. There we go. I'm gonna grab that coin hint art right there as well. Oh. There we go. Now I'm gonna get 200 more coins for that. And then I'm gonna come up here. There's gonna be a checkpoint I could grab right there. And then I can come over here and get the nut. And back to Talkatoo we go. This is actually not bad RNG because it puts me like right next to him anyway. I get to do a big vector and I'll end up right next to him.
Funny to hear that term after having hosted for Mario 3D World recently. Speaking of vectoring.
That's really...
Well, back to Deep Woods.
That's... Yeah, I'm just not going to get exploring for treasure. Because that's the outfit moon. And I don't want to change into that outfit. I don't want to get the 15 purples. And I'm almost done, so it shouldn't matter. Past the peculiar pipes is really bad RNG though, because that's a really, really slow moon. This moon is really fast though. This is like almost as fast as the tree from earlier. Probably the sec.
Yeah, as much as the transitions into this area aren't great, the fact that it was that moon could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up. I think it's straight up here, right? It's more to my right. It's this way. There it is. I see it. And a little cheat for this one, if you didn't know, Mario looks at the pipe you want to go in, so I can just do that for all of them. Which one are you looking at? Which one are you looking at? This one, I hope. Yeah, good. I wasn't sure if it's that one or the bottom one. And I think it's in the middle one, I want to say. Yeah. Easy peasy. And I get rewarded for getting it first try. Okay, 3 more moons. I'm just gonna take this beanstalk again. And then warp to Talkatoo. Okay, we have 2 slots here, so hopefully I can get something near the other story moon, so I can get 3 moons here and just be done. Not terrible. Okay, that works. I'm gonna do a skip I came up with myself here. Well, probably someone else probably discovered it, but I'm the one that uses it in Talkatoo. It's not the easiest in the world, so hopefully I'm able to nail it. Oh, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna try that one more time just because it looks fancy and I want to do it.
Definitely.
Okay, one more try.
For the people, for the culture, and especially for Mario.
That works. There we go.
Nice.
I'll take second try for that. And luckily this is the faster moon in this sub area. I was hoping I could hold back and not bonk there. Okay, that's fine. And then I get to warp out. I want to go to... What moon do I have? Yeah, this one. I'm going to go to the bottom one, I think. Well, it doesn't matter, actually. So I can do a little bit of a neat little camera trick here for this moon, because I'm going to grab the story moon with it. I can come up here, capture a tank, and then I can blast away these 4 targets to spawn the story moon. If I could hit them. Oh, one hit. That's fine. And then I can turn the camera away so it unloads, and then I can come over here and grab the 2D moon, and the story moon will spawn while I'm in the 2D section. Which will save me a little bit of time, as you can see up there. There you go. This is the best combo. I like doing this 2D section with the Storyman. It's a really, really good combo, because this will spit me out right at the Storyman. And then I can leave wooded. Right after the Storyman cutscene ends. Oh, get in the pipe. Okay, and we're gonna be going on to Cloud now, and there is no Talkatoo in Cloud, so I just get to beat up Bowser and leave, and the next time we're gonna see Talkatoo is in Lost Kingdom. Okay, goodbye, Wooded. Okay, if you have anything you want to mention, teacher, go for it.
Absolutely. Do want to let you know that we have a new incentive open for a Metal Sonic showcase in Sonic Adventure DX. Metal Sonic being the reward for collecting all 130 emblems in the game. So if we get that met at a goal of $200 Canadian, Matoy will be showing us what Metal Sonic can do. So if you have never 100%ed Sonic Adventure DX, this is your chance to see the bonus for clearing the game with all emblems. I also have an $11 donation from somebody using their full name. This is a donation to Little Warriors from Mario.
Oh, wow.
With the comment, "I'm a cold. I'm gonna get dressed." And that goes to the boxer's choice, or the overall's choice, rather, for our outfit bid war. So when Mario gets the chance, he could put those clothes back on.
I actually did not know I could do it right now. Look at that.
Very good. We're learning new things.
I think that's the first time I've ever changed outfit in this kingdom. That's crazy. Okay, what do I do? I can't see. Okay. I didn't know what to do there. Okay, now we get to fight Bowser in our clothes. In our overalls. Okay, that's a shot known as fast hats. If I jump and throw a Cappy at the same time, like as right as Bowser throws the hat, I can grab it instantly. And it'll save a couple of seconds over doing the casual strat. Same thing there. And then one more time, and then we're on to Lost, which is one of the cooler kingdoms. It's really fast-paced, especially in Talkatoo with if I get decent RNG. There's like no sub-areas or anything in Lost, so all the moons are really, really fast. It's pretty hard to get bad RNG in Lost.
No, that makes total sense. I would say casually, it's kind of one of the more intimidating areas in the game because it's when it really expects you to up your movement.
Yeah.
And like if you miss jumps, you're going to start getting punished a lot more for it. But knowing that there aren't sub areas, that makes a lot of sense. Basically, everything is going to be nearby with a few exceptions.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do a trick here known as Meme Tree, just to get up to talk to really fast.
That's me. I'm the meme tree.
There we go.
Nice.
Didn't have enough height there, but I made it work. And now we're gonna get moons. That's the best moon in the kingdom. Look at that. That is not as great. That is not great either, but that's okay.
Well...
Before I go up top, I am going to reroll here just to see if I can get something else that maybe is nearby those two moons. Not really. That's okay, though. Going up top here isn't really that bad, because it nets me the top checkpoint, which is really close to Talkatoo, and I'll get Glide on. Okay. And this is Klepto. Anytime I want to come over this area, I have to land on this platform here to trigger him so he doesn't steal Cappy. Oh, let's not die. That was a little bit scary. There we go.
All right, say it with me, chat.
What?
So did I get cut off there? I bet I probably
yeah,
did.
You're cut out.
Yeah, I was trying to do my best Toad.
Yeah.
but you kind of can't do the Toad scream quietly, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to give it a little bit of.
There you go. Okay. And I went in.
Right, microphones are sensitive instruments. I need to remember that.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I can make that work though. I'm gonna try to do something here. I'm gonna try to make something happen here. Let's place you here. Okay, that's not gonna work. I don't know what I was saying. That was stupid. I tried to leave Cappy behind and then grab them in was the idea, but it just did not work out. I just timed that miserably. It's okay. It puts me right back to talk to anyway. Not a bad moon. You can see Glidon's pretty overpowered for Lost here. I can pretty much get anywhere in the kingdom pretty quick. Okay, let's try this idea again. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to capture Glidon. There we go. Okay, we're gonna play this safer this time.
Nice.
And I'm not gonna try to capture Glidon fancily. And then I should be able to get to... Oh, it's soaring. It's soaring over... It's... Okay, it's this one. I almost went to the wrong moon. And then I'm going to intentionally kill Mario because it's faster than warping. Not if I bonk, though. That's a good moon. That's not terrible. Okay, I'll take 2 of those are good.
Hey, that's not the only context in which 2 would be good, because if you donate just $2 Canadian, we can switch Mario's outfit up again.
Fine, I'll move you.
Accidentally parked our taxi on top of the moon.
It's this one.
Nice.
Okay, 2 more good minutes and we're out of here.
All right, fingers crossed.
That's not gonna make it. That'll make it though. Okay, both of those are not great, but I can do inside the wall. That works out. Oh, I should just warp. What am I doing? I forgot I had the checkpoint for some reason. And then I can dive this way. Do a roll boost, and then grab inside the wall, and then I can leave the kingdom. Oh, took a hit. That's fine. Oh, I shouldn't have died here. That was a time loss. It's gonna put me up top. It's not gonna put me at the Odyssey. Oh well. Okay, that's fine. And we are gonna be on to Metro here. And something to know about Metro is it starts in the cold, rainy night Metro state. And Talkatoo is not there in the cold, rainy night Metro state, so I have to kill the Mecha Wiggler before I can talk to Talkatoo. So that's gonna be our first 3 minutes in Metro here. Okay, like I said, starting with Night Metro here. Got a couple cutscenes I gotta master, just like always. And there we go, we're in Night Metro now. Night Metro is luckily really quick here, it should only take like 3-ish minutes, 3.5 minutes. And I will be grabbing checkpoints along the way that I can use during Day Metro.
Chet, I feel like this is a question you've probably asked yourselves, but here's what I want to know: your theories on the differences between Mario and the like human proportioned humans in New Donk. Like, why is it like that? Why is Mario so Mario shaped compared to the normal humanoids around here?
Okay. And going into the tower here. Gotta try to catch the fast cycle here. Or the easier cycle, I guess. There's a slightly faster cycle I can make, but this one's easy enough. And then just gonna do a bunch of wall jumps here. Come up here. Not grab this chest moon because Talkatoo didn't tell me to.
As Mario enjoyers say, wall jumps will work.
They do work. Grab this checkpoint, and we're going to be into the boss fight here.
Nice.
Now, in a typical any % speedrun that is not Talkatoo, this would be like the one spot of RNG in the run. You'll notice here on the second phase, not this one, but the second phase, the Wiggler can spit out, and I believe it's like, what, 20 different patterns or something like that? I don't know, it's some number of different patterns, and it's different every time. And some of the patterns are faster, some of them are slower. But as long as you kill them in 2 cycles here, it's pretty fast. So that's what I'm gonna be trying to do. Okay.
Was staring at the wall there, was that for like lag reduction, or was that to try to lead Mecha Wiggler back to you?
If I go in specific spots in the arena, it'll make the Wiggler travel more optimally. It doesn't travel as far to get back on the wall.
Gotcha.
And I don't know, I just look at the wall for no reason. Maybe it does reduce a little bit of lag. If I was on a Switch 2, the lag wouldn't matter.
No, for sure.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't know, I brought it up earlier, but the Switch 2 saves 45 seconds over the Switch 1 in just loads in any %. And there's practically no lag anymore in the Switch 2 for this game. It's like all gone.
Right. It's going to be an interesting experience. Eventually it'll work itself out, but for now, the fact that the leaderboards kind of need to be separated into Switch 1 and Switch 2 times.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out what we want to do about that. As it currently stands, I believe Switch 2 runs are just being held in a queue, and they're not accepted quite yet.
Gotcha.
But everyone that owns a Switch 2 is running on Switch 2. It is a significantly better experience than a Switch 1, I can tell you that. Just from what I've seen. So I'm very excited to get my Switch 2 within the next week.
I can imagine.
Okay, here we go. What moon's gonna give me, bird?
Herder Tunnel, okay. Sewer.
Oh, he didn't like to read that one. That's fine. So for whatever reason, I have a weird issue with the translator in Metro, where it doesn't like reading moons in Metro specifically. I don't know what the issue is. I get a lot of just dropped moons.
Gotcha.
So I have to look at my...
We got one good one there.
It's 31. Which one is it? 31 or 35? It's 31, because... Yeah. Oh, remotely capture card. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to do a trick here known as scoot clip. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long. I'm notorious for being pretty awful at this trick, but that's okay. I bumped this hop off button. I got to tilt the controller in a really weird way here to get Mario to clip into this cage. I didn't get it there. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, I learned that trick like within the past couple of months, and I'm still not perfect at it. But that was pretty solid.
To be fair, as soon as I saw you start having to tilt the controller, I'm like, oh no, I can see why this would be miserable.
There we go, sharpshooter under siege. Okay, I'm gonna go start musicians. Because I have sewer treasure, so I have to grab all 4 musicians to get that moon.
Gotcha.
I will grab all 4 musicians anyway. The 4 musicians are really fast in this category. Oh, come on. And I got another drop to moon there, so I have to figure out which one dropped. It's... okay. 38.
The musician moons are considered acceptable because they're essentially part of story progression.
Yep, exactly.
You're gonna get them either way.
Yeah, exactly. They're storymen, so they're like the free space on the bingo card. Grab that just in case. And I get to do a little bit of a fancy trick jump here, known as reverse peoples. Oh, I didn't grab it. I was trying to grab that pole there. Really close. Not a big deal. Oh, I got stuck in the people. There we go. Okay. We'll just do that instead. And then I'm going to go back to Talkatoo here. Trying to hold off on sharpshooting so it's not that fast, but I'll probably end up doing it pretty soon here. Why are you not reading my mints? I hate you, Talkatoo. I'm just gonna do sharpshooting. It's only this kingdom.
Well, you know, we're in the busy, loud city. Maybe we just can't hear Talkatoo over all the people in the cars.
Oh, that's not a good man.
Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up grabbing that though, because we're still very early in the kingdom. Let me hit the box. Perfect. I'm just gonna grab out Trump from Genius right now. And just get it done.
Okay, you need any quiet time while you're doing that, or?
Yeah, I can do that. Because I do need to listen to the audio cues here.
That's what I figured. Let's lock in.
There we go. Easy peasy.
Never a doubt in my mind.
Yeah, that means not too bad. It's volleyball that's the bad one.
Ah, that's true.
Luckily, volleyball isn't really a thing in this category. Okay, it's just whatever. I'm just gonna have to keep manual adding. It's 32. Oh, it's 21 and 32. I can quickly do that. Building planner. Where's your grab, bro? Okay. We're gonna do building planner. That's what we're gonna do. Actually, I can do both of those. Building planner is this one right here, and I get to update the clock again to get this seed to grow. So it's different. They added the virtual game cards in the way. And I'm gonna reroll after this. I really want to try to grab that other jump rope moon if I can, since it's there, but the chances of that are so slim. But I would like to try for it. Okay, not gonna happen. That's fine. I don't know if I've ever gotten both there, like on a reroll. I always try for it, but I don't think it's yet to happen.
Right. It's kind of my first thought, too.
It would be legendary if it happened, though. Okay, I need to start grabbing some of these other magicians, too.
What do you think happened with city planning for a dumpster to end up over there, like in a sub area, floating in a platform by itself?
I have no idea.
Right? Maybe some of these questions are better left unasked.
Oh, Gary sandwich. That's a good man. Oh, I made that work. Look at that. Oh.
Nice. I genuinely didn't have any idea that wasn't working out like you expected.
Well, I wasn't sure if I could get Cappy to reach or not with that up throw. I could have just... A lot of what I do in
Gotcha.
Talkatoo is just winging stuff and hoping it works out. Because it's just improv movement the entire way through.
Right. No, for sure.
I'm gonna talk to you now, because that didn't get rid that time.
Just a reminder that as Cheese J is working, you can influence the run by donating as little right now as $2 Canadian to change Mario's outfit again. So if you want to make them have to make a stop off at the Odyssey or elsewhere to change back into the boxers, you can make that happen. Use ! Donate in the Prevent-A-Thon chat if you are so inclined.
I hate this bird. Now he gives me jump up hero.
Right.
Of course. I'm gonna do the last musician here because I'm already right here, and I think I'm just gonna do sewer treasure.
It's those two plus the 3 story moon, so we just need one more after that, right?
Well, I'm only getting one story moon here.
Okay.
I'm not doing the festival. That's really slow. Festival is fun, but it takes way too long to complete, unfortunately. It's not optimal.
That's fair.
Yeah, not optimal for this category. Okay, we'll see how long this trick takes me. I'll give it like a minute or so. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. I'm gonna go for a trick here known as sewer clip. This clip is really finicky, and it could take a long time, or I could get it right away. Come on, give it to me. I think I want to be like there-ish. This is one of the harder roll cancels in the game for sure. Come on, get me through the wall. Come on, do it. Do it for the marathon, please. I don't think that's gonna happen today. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. I'll give it like 10 more seconds. Not gonna happen. Okay. No big deal. I tried for it. I tried for the marathon fun strat.
No, appreciate you trying for sure.
There have been times like on that first try, but like I said, it's either I get it really fast or it just doesn't happen at all.
Yeah, that seems like one of those tricks where if you haven't gotten it yourself, it's easy to believe that it's not possible because it's, you know, usually these sorts of walls and things are generally well programmed, but it's just those tiny little edge cases where sometimes you can slip through.
Okay, and here's the sermon I was talking about. I'm gonna land right in the poison. I bet. This is what I was trying to roll cancel into. I can roll cancel straight into this room and then grab this moon first and do this sewer treasure moon second, but no big deal. Okay, we're gonna ignore that button, and then we have 3 more measurements to get before we can leave. I probably should do jump up here again, but we'll see. Okay, that's a good man. We'll just keep going one at a time because I only need 3 until I get a bad one, and we'll do jump rope. Let's just hope I get 2 more good mins. That'd be ideal. Setting above the pole, perfect. And then one more good fast one, and then we'll be out. Oh wait, that's not where I'm trying to go. That's left at the cafe. My bad, I have to go up here. I can do that, is where I'm trying to be. There we go. And then one more moon and we're out.
All right, let's see what we get.
Worst case scenario, it'll be jumper up here. Perfect. That's really good RNG for the last 3 there. Okay. We're gonna be moving on to snow here. After I grab... Okay, missed my own jump. After I grab this moon. And there you go, last moon. And snow is actually one of the scariest kingdoms in this run because of the outfit sub-area. If you haven't seen a snow kingdom in Talkatoo percent before, what can end up happening if you get unlucky is you get the 2 outfit sub-area moons and then the Lost Kingdom art moon, and then you're out of slots. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
Oh, jeez.
And if that happens, that's like over a 2-minute time loss. So we're just gonna hope I get lucky and don't get outfit locked. I think if you go out of your way to grab all the story moons, like do all the boss fights and everything, the chances of getting outfit locked are like 25%. So it's not like super high odds, but it can definitely still happen. Okay. I'm thinking Snow Kingdom. Now, the safe play would be to grab purples just in case I do get the outfit moon to minimize the time loss, but I don't like doing that, so I'm just going to go in the snow area and hope for the best. I like the high roll. I will grab that checkpoint though, because there is the Toad Moon on the outside of Shibuya that I might get. Okay, here we go. That's a good start. That's not a good moon. Okay, 2 of those moons were good. And the nice thing is, if you get 2 out of 3 moons, it's probably the best kingdom to have 1 slot on, because you're always passing by a Talkatoo pretty much constantly, so you don't really lose time for losing slots, other than if you lose all 3. Okay, that's a good moon too. We'll do Ice Touch and give a stack first. Now all of these rooms here have a story moon as well, so I get anytime I go in there, I get 2 moons for the price of 1. Get that falling. Oh, slipped off. And then this is the moon Talkatoo gave me. Right here. And I'm gonna try to do a fancy triple jump here. Nice. I'm getting better at that. It used to be not so great. Oh, I bonked? That's crazy.
Ooh.
I was barely short there. That's cool. That's okay. I get to showcase the backup here. You can do that. Not a slow backup.
Nice.
Yeah, anywhere to die in the game, that's probably one of the better spots.
No, genuinely, that looked as difficult as doing the other version of it.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at that backup, though. I've practiced it quite a bit. Now, typically I would reroll with Talkatoo, but I might as well just go in here before rerolling. Get 2 slots again. Oh, I missed one. Oh, I missed this one. I bet. That's all 5 shards. And then I want to dive so I don't fall in the water. Oh, what is that aim? Oh, I didn't. Hold on, let me try that again. There we go. If you do a cap turn there, you can skip the wall jump to get up here a little bit faster. And there we go.
Nice.
2 more moons.
I say, when I saw you cut to the right after reaching the top of the air, I was like, wait, where are we going? I did not realize those were in the same room, so.
Yeah. 2 moons in every area.
Right, you did mention that.
Okay. Ah, sorry about my mic. That's a good moon. Okay, that's another good moon too. We're getting actually not bad RNG here. That's not a moon that's in this kingdom. I misread one of the moons. What moon? It's 19, I think. That's Captain Toad. Okay. I can grab Captain Toad. Let me warp to the checkpoint that I got earlier. I'll get rid of Not Cold because I don't have that moon. That was a misread. And then I see 2 more good moons and we're out. Now, if I need to, I can do Rango, but I would have to re-enter that separate I was just in to do that, so hopefully that's not a thing that happens. Hopefully I can just get 2 good rolls here. But no matter what, I'm not going to have to do the outfit sub area. Worst case scenario, I do the last 2 story moons. Okay. 2 good moons, please. Okay. Okay, this will work. I'll take that. Let me do this one first, so I skip a load. Oh, get up there! Get up there! Where is it? Where is it? It's this way. Grab it.
There we are.
Yeah, you can't see it with if you don't get rid of the snow. Okay, last moon right here. And then we're gonna be on to Seaside, which is the complete opposite of snow, because there's not too much RNG involved with Seaside. Because the fastest option and the most consistent option is just to grab 3 moons from Talkatoo and then do full piece. Do the boss.
Gotcha.
Just because Seaside's like a very spread out kingdom. None of the moons are really like next to each other. So it's just ends up being faster to do the boss. Because you get 7 moons for it out of the 9 you need. Or 10.
Hey, as we just
10,
paid
sorry.
our way to game progress, remember that you can also make donations to Little Warriors to add additional incentives and other things to the marathon. We have a Sonic Adventure DX incentive open right now, where Matoy will show us a Metal Sonic Showcase if we can get $200 Canadian. Remember also, because we mentioned it as Canadian, if you live in a different country, your donations may be worth more than you are expecting. So if you want to see what the exchange rate is, you can use exclamation point rate in the chat to see how your donation will be processed.
Yeah, just like me, I don't live in Canada. I'm in America.
Well, I'm sorry. Sorry. So we're going through some stuff right now, but hey, we're all in this together.
Yep. Okay. Off to Talkatoo we go. Hi, Talkatoo. Good mints, please. Not terrible. That's actually pretty good. That's timer 1. Okay, shopping and build lane. Those are 3 really good mints, actually. Does it show 3 mints on the overlay? Does it say... Because it said...
It does not.
Okay, yeah. The second one I got was...
We've got Waterway and shopping.
The third one I got was timer challenge 1. Can I add it? 27. It was that one. That should show now. There you go. Okay. If it gives me... What happens is whenever it gives me a timer challenge min, sometimes the translator gets confused and isn't sure if it's like timer 1 or timer 2.
Gotcha.
But luckily, even though it's in Chinese right now, the numbers stay. So even if it gets misread, I can read the number at the end of the Chinese text and know which one it is. And I will be hitting all these buttons because, like I said, we are going to do Mollusk here. We're going to do World Peace. Oh, I messed that up. I was supposed to keep that Gushin up top, but screwed it up. Okay, we're gonna roll off here now. Oh, if I can roll. There we go. And we're gonna go into the Lighthouse Cave. Also, I didn't think that through. I forgot to get that checkpoint up top. That was a bit of a mistake, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. Trying to think how I back this up because I didn't realize I forgot I'd be warping out of here. What's my option? I guess we'll go here. That's probably my only choice. We're just gonna do reverse order here for the last two. I'll show off a cool jump here because it's a marathon, and I'm gonna have to do it. I mean, I don't have to do it as a backup, but I'll do it because it looks fancy. If you land right here, I think I lost sight there. Yeah, I lost sight there. You can backflip up this wall. Give me one more try. This jump is not that tricky. There we go. Second try. Okay, I'm gonna do this really weird. I'm kind of screwed up my routing, so I'm gonna do this in a really weird order.
Weird is good. We like weird around here.
Yeah. Here's what I'm gonna do. Where's the Gushin? Okay, I'm gonna get this Gushin. We're gonna grab the Story Moon, and then we're gonna trigger the boss. And before I do the boss, he's gonna be roaming around the arena, around the kingdom here. But before I acknowledge him, I'm gonna grab that Timer Challenge Moon. So that's gonna be the weird part. He's just gonna be trying to fight me, and I'm just gonna ignore him.
It's like, no, I see you. I got things to do. I'll be back.
Yeah, exactly. If I did this in the order I thought of in my head originally, this wouldn't have been a situation, but here we are.
Yeah, this is funnier, though,
Yeah.
so I'm all in favor of it.
Okay, you know what? Hold on. I want to go. I don't want the Gushin, I want the Cheap Jeep. Because I'm going underwater, not above the water. This is the timer challenge in question right here. So if you listen closely, you can hear the boss music, but... like, muffled, but we're just ignoring them. And then my fish is going to be gone, so I'm going to have to swim. Yeah, I can't warp because the boss is in motion, so I'm going to have to swim up the long way. With Mario. Mash! And there's a Gushin here somewhere. It's like above me. It's over here. Just a little bit too low. Grab the Gushin, please. Grab him! There we go. That'll work. Is there... you know what? Okay, yeah, this'll work. I won't full health for this boss. Because sometimes I take a hit or two. Okay. This is Mollusk. We are gonna kind of manipulate him to kill him really fast here. If we just beat him to all the spots he's traveling to anyway, it'll kind of glitch him out, and you'll see that here in a minute. If I do it correctly. Looks like I did it correct. So if I did everything right, which I think I did, he should clip through this arena here. Yep, easy peasy. And then I can meet him on the other side here. And dead. Nice and quick. And we'll be going on to luncheon, which is the last major instance of RNG in the run.
So I guess it's because you have gotten all the hits by that point that he's trying to move to what should be his final position for the fight, and that's what teaches him how to wall clip. Or
I have no idea. Something
do we know exactly?
Something like that.
Okay.
He just cheats. He's just a dirty cheater.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, it's to your benefit, so we can only complain so much.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and done with Seaside now. On to luncheon. Like I said, we're gonna get, what is it, like 18 moons, 16 moons here, something like that. From Talkatoo. And, well, some of them are gonna be story moons, like 4 of them are story moons. And then after that, we only have 2 more moons left from Talkatoo in the whole run. Okay. If you have anything you want to mention, Teacher, go for it.
I'd be happy to. Do want to remind everyone that we have that Metal Sonic Showcase available from Matoy. That'll be at the end of the Sonic Adventure DX run later today, so you do have a little bit of time to get those donations in, but we are looking to work together to raise $200 Canadian for Little Warriors to show off that incentive. And while we are here, I do want to, if you are interested in being part of the community and you're not already, if you've been watching either here or through Japanese underscore restream, their restream chat, you can join our supportive community and find out information about prep for future events, how to submit, how to get involved as a volunteer by joining our Discord, which you can do by typing !Discord in the Prevent-A-Thon chat to get an invitation link.
And just like that, Spirit's gonna be dead. Easy peasy. Not any different than Wooded. But now we can go talk to Talkatoo, now that we have Spirit killed.
All right, well, one last set of fingers crossed for good RNG.
Yeah, like I said, last major instance, so this is the last chance stuff can go horribly wrong. This run has been pretty solid all the way through, I would say, so far. Okay. No, I didn't get my triple jump. I actually triple jump right off that peg, but I was just shy. That's a good moon. Well, that's a good moon too. Okay, that's a bad moon. That's the outfit moon. So I don't want to grab that one. We're gonna do some gambling though right now. Oh, I don't like my positioning. Make it work. Ah, almost. Okay, I can do that one more try. Almost made that work. Okay. Oh, one more try. I screwed that up twice. Luckily, I have the coins for it. There we go. That's what I was trying to do the first 2 times. Not a big deal. Then we're gonna go right back to the Odyssey, even though we were just there, to do a trick known as Salt Triple to get this pout on the Salt Moon.
My doctor warned me I might have Salt Triple. So, but I suppose that's a different thing than here on the run.
I guess so. Okay. Back to Talkatoo we go again. Only 2 slots, but that's okay. That's a really good man.
Somebody in chat with a question. How is Mario able to pull off these maneuvers with how out of shape he is? Well, so there's 2 explanations in my mind, which is either one that Cappy is doing all the work and Mario is just kind of along for the ride, or that two, that Mario is like the Kingpin from Marvel Comics, and despite looking the way that he does, he's actually like 90% muscle by volume.
Probably is. If you watch the cutscene in Moon right before you start the Bowser fight, Cappy doesn't help Mario out at all there.
True.
Get back up. Okay, I have the... Can I grab the... Thank you. Okay, I have the detour moon here.
I mean, he's been doing this sort of thing for decades now, so I suppose it's not that surprising.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just also constantly carbo loading.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab the first storming, so I'm semi-near it right now. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, that was not smart, but that's okay. I could back that up pretty easily. There we go. There's the lever I wanted. Okay, now this will open up pretty much the entire kingdom for me. So if I get a moon that's locked behind the storm moon, I could just grab it now. And it puts me relatively close to Talkatoo, so I can just turn my camera around after grabbing this checkpoint and jump back over to him. Oh, I got stopped by the wall there a little bit, stopped by the corner, but it worked out. That's a good moon. Yeah, all these moons are pretty good. They're not, like, super nearby each other, but on their own, they're pretty fast, so it's working out. Okay. I'm gonna do a fancy trick because it's a marathon, like I keep saying. Hopefully I can get this within a few tries. If I don't, then I can just warp back to the Odyssey and do it this in the intended way. There we go, first try, look at that. That's not even what I was going for, but it worked out. There's another trick I was going to show off, but I got the even faster one.
Gotcha. Very cool.
Yeah, if you jump off the corner in just the right way, you can get up there with a single Goomba. But there's another trick you can do where you can kind of make the Goomba teleport up as well.
Ah, okay.
So there's two ways to get that with a single Goomba. Which is not the intended way. Oh, really good RNG. Wow, holy crap. The bird is treating me very nicely right now. Other than the one outfit moon.
Talkatoo's like, you've been through enough.
Okay, this camera angle is terrible for what I'm trying to do. But that's okay. Okay, don't eat my turnip. Don't get rid of it. There we go. That should make it. Yeah, easy. Yeah, I shorted that. I never know if I want to do a short throw or a big throw there to get in the pot. Also, I bonked early, I think. I think I'm too low. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, you can see that was really good RNG because they're right next to each other. And it puts me right back to Talkatoo.
Nice.
Oh my god, what is this RNG? Okay, that's not as great, but that's still not bad. Can I please move? That would be great news. Very fast moon. I'm just gonna grab turnip 3 now, I think. Because they'll put me back to Talkatoo again. Where's this? Okay, Hammer Bro's gonna be over here. Make it. Oh. Okay, and then this turnip is right here. I'm not the fastest with this turnip, but as long as I get it first try, that's all that matters. I take this one a little bit safer. Oh, bumped my head. Okay, let's see if I can do this. That's not gonna be it. I'm just gonna reset this up. I don't want to screw this up. Let me just try this one more time. I want to do that. That'll work a little bit better. Barely. Oh. There we go. Oh, that was a little bit scary.
Good movement to save that.
Yeah, I had to react
Yeah,
accordingly.
as soon as you had to take the running start at it, I realized it was all about that momentum conservation from the roll.
Yeah, that moon is a little
Very cool looking.
Yeah, that trick's a little bit tricky to get it working. Takes me a try or two sometimes, but it worked out. Oh no! I guess I'm gonna end up getting that. Yeah, I'm probably getting that. That's actually not that bad since I got both. And this will give me 3 purples, and I think all the purples I'll need will be in town. Just to be safe, though, I am going to go over here. I'm very high up right now. Okay. We got this set of 3. Barely out of my way. And then I want to come over here. I think I'm just going to commit to the outfit moon. Like I said, I had both, so it's probably worthwhile for me to just commit.
Right.
And I need to find 3 more purples. There's 3 behind the pot I don't think I've grabbed yet. Perfect. Okay, let me talk to Talkatoo since I'm here. Oh, perfect. That's beautiful. Wow.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm going there anyway. This is... Everything's just, like, working out perfectly here for me. If I'm going somewhere, I'm getting something in the literal vicinity, like, right next to it. Every time. This is crazy RNG in London right now. Like,
yeah, no, you couldn't have scripted it this well. Like, if you wrote it out to happen this way, people would accuse you of just like, you know, it's like, no, it wouldn't happen that way. You don't get a run like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is probably like the only instance where this outfit min is actually fast. When I get this set of 3 moons.
Exactly.
Oh, can I get up there, please? Thank you. Okay, so I lost Mario's boxers. I think boxers lost though anyway, didn't they? I forgot.
Yeah, say if we don't have more opportunities to change, then there's no need to do so,
Yep.
since yeah, clothes is still winning.
Okay.
But I do want to let you know, as Cheese is racing towards the end here, that we are also racing towards $2,600 raised for Little Warriors. We are just a few dollars away from that, so any little bit will help. If it is within your means to do so, please consider donating to help us get to that milestone and milestones beyond.
That is so unfortunate. That is a very unfortunate mistake. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
So, I don't know if I've ever done that one before. Okay. Second try. There we go. That's fine. Okay, and with that, we're going to be done with luncheon because I just grabbed the meat multi-moon and then we're out. For my last 3 minutes. So I'm going to drop down and then I warp here and go up to grab the meat and then we start up Ruined. Very good luncheon kingdom here. I'm very happy with how this went. Okay, there's the meat. Got Twitch the meat, and then the bird's gonna come grab me. He'll drop me in the soup, and then that'll put me right next to the multi-moon. And with that, we are done with luncheon. Very solid luncheon here. Should be less than 13 minutes, I think, if I'm looking at my splits right.
You might say it's rare that kingdom is so well done.
Exactly.
What can I say? Sometimes I still know how to cook.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, that was impressively quick. I feel like we only just got here.
Yeah. Oh, that was just... I think that was just carried by, like, really, really good RNG. My gameplay was pretty solid there, too, though. I didn't really choke anything. And we are out on the Ruined. This kingdom is unfortunately an auto-scroller boss fight. There's really not many ways to speed up this boss fight, and as far as we know currently, we cannot skip it. So, Teacher, if there's anything you want to mention, go for it.
Yeah, no worries. While we're talking about milestones for Prevent-A-Thon 5, I can also tell you about Prevent-A-Thon's history. The first Prevent-A-Thon happened in June 2023, and Prevent-A-Thon has raised a total of Oh, I'm going to do some quick napkin math. I think it's about $10,400, right about there, knowing that we were at like 2192 to reach the 10,000 mark lifetime. So over the course of our 5 events, it's been over $10,000 Canadian. So thank you so much for being a part of all of this, whether you've just joined us here today or whether you've been here since the very first Prevent-A-Thon. If you'd like to know more information about Little Warriors, you can use !info in chat. All right. Do also want to let you know that we are continuing to go fast after this run ends. Coming up next after this, we're going to have Sonic Dream Team with HUD 601 and Argic. The Numpty Brigade will be rolling in after this. And then after that, it's the classic Sonic trilogy from Super Sonic, and then Sonic Adventure DX from Matoy, and Sonic Colors from Furisketo Akio. So a lot of fantastic, super fast action coming up after this. So yeah, it's only going to get speedier from here. We strongly recommend that you stay tuned while we continue skipping these cycles to go fast on this fight.
Yeah, the only way to speed up this boss fight is just to land on his head as soon as you can and take that damage hit. So you can save a handful of seconds doing that, but as you can see, I'm having to do a lot of waiting here in between while these wheels just make their way around the arena. Not too much to do here in Ruin, but this is the last phase and then we'll be out of here. Dragon will be badly concussed. There we go. Done with Ruin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely quite a headache. I'd probably sleep it off for now.
Yep. And we're going to be going into Bowser's here next. And Talkatoo does not spawn in Bowser's until we fully complete the story and kill all the bosses. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to rush every single story and grab all 4 of them. And then we are going to grab 2 more mints from Talkatoo and then we'll be out. And then that'll be the last 2 RNG mints in the run. And all we have to do at that point is complete Moon Kingdom. Okay. Gotta travel to Bowser's here. Okay. Last cutscene here. And then we get to do all the fun stuff in Bowser. We get to start off by killing the ogre.
So are you telling me that the run is almost ogre?
Exactly.
Ah, very good. Glad to hear it. I also want to welcome our raiders and let you know that you are watching Prevent-A-Thon 5, running live in support of Little Warriors, a Canadian-based charity who are focused on the awareness, prevention, and treatment of child sexual abuse, a topic that can sometimes be difficult to talk about, but really only becomes more manageable and more mentionable by putting on events like this to talk about it, because it does need to be focused on, and we are so fortunate to be able to help charities like Little Warriors with their mission. We also have an incentive active for Sonic Adventure DX coming up later in the day. So if that is something that interests you, if you want to see a Metal Sonic showcase, you can use !donate in the chat to put money towards that one. We're currently looking for $200 Canadian to make that happen.
Okay, first storming down, and now we're going to be going on to Shards, which is one of the harder movement sections in the run, so hopefully I can nail all the movement here. To grab all 5 moon shards. First one's pretty free, but this is where it gets tricky. Okay, come on, Cappy, home in. There we go, but I bonked.
Nice.
Unfortunately. That's why that movement piece is pretty difficult and punishing, because if you bonk, you're just going to land on a spawny every time and take a damage hit. But that's okay. Oh. Okay. Not terrible. Could have been worse. Now I'm gonna go this way and grab this moon. Okay. Going up this way and fighting the bunnies now. We gotta fight Topper and Harriet. Grabbing the checkpoints along the way just in case I get talking to give me some moons and I can warp to them.
True. But I have little doubt that the Brutal Brigade will be beaten briskly.
Yep. Topper fight's pretty self-explanatory. Just gotta step on his hats and then step on him. Just like in Cap Kingdom, except there's slightly more hats. And he's dead.
I appreciate of all the different ways that Mario enemies have powered up over time, that Topper's is just slightly more hats. A little underwhelming, perhaps, but, you know, if that's what he had available to him.
And then I'm gonna go for a trick here known as Sarbomba. Nice, got it. Okay, so if I hit both the bombs at the same time there, I can get that second one to float in the air, and what I can do with that one after I bop her there, I can hit that now and bop her hat off and kind of skip a phase.
Nice.
That's one of the cooler tricks in the run for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking it might have been like a proximity mine where she was going to move into it eventually, but what actually happened was also very cool.
Yeah, I definitely like that trick. I'm very happy I learned that within the past like year. Very, very cool trick. And my consistency with it recently has been really, really good. And all things considered, that was a pretty good bonus portion.
Definitely.
Lost a little bit of time in shards, but nothing too catastrophic. And now we're going to be moving on to the second half of Bowser's here. We're going to be climbing directly up to the Mecha Brutal and killing that, and then we can go talk to Talkatoo and get our last 2 moons. And a little more portion of climbing here. Okay, up to the mech here.
Yeah, that capture in particular is just kind of the epitome of, like, amazing looking movement tech in this game.
Yeah, it's taken me a long time to get...
Especially knowing this boss is coming up.
Yeah, it's just taken me a long time to get good at using the Pokio. But luckily...
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Luckily right here... Oh, let me try that again. Luckily right here, we can skip using the Pokio. There we go. And climb the mech with Mario. And then hopefully for the rest of the mech I can stay on top of it.
Nice.
There we go. First 2 Brutals down. So like I said, you are supposed to use the bird to kill this boss, but that is really, really, really slow. So instead I'm just going to use Mario and bop all the bubbles with a ground pound or a spin pound. There you go. Yeah, got it. Nice.
Whew, nice.
That last little bit there is no target required. You just want to bop Harriet first, and then do a cap bounce dive and do a really fast spin pound to bop Spirit there. And it looks really cool and saves a good bit of time. And now I just gotta watch some cutscenes, and I get to go up to Talkatoo and get our last 2 mins.
Let's do it.
Yeah, hopefully they're not too terrible. Bowser's can be known for some pretty terrible RNG, so... Luckily I get 3 slots though, and I only have to get 2 mins. So I can afford 1 bad roll and not have it matter. Okay, up to Talkatoo we go. That's fine. Okay, here we go. Not great. fine. Okay, those two work. I'm gonna go to the shop island. We go from there. That's the way I want to do this. Those two moons are actually pretty fast. Because I can take the spire backwards, and that'll give me the castle gate moon. And then from here, I can come over here. Do something like this. I'm not going to be able to get on the higher ledge. I'm just going to have to jump up to it. I don't need to go all the way up either, actually. What am I doing? I just want to come back here. And there you go. Two really fast moons right next to each other again. And we're going to be on the moon here. Done with Bowser's Kingdom. Final, like, 6 minutes of the run here. Okay. No more RNG left. All the RNG is done. I just have to play Moon well, and that'll be the run. Yeah, hopefully it'll go better than
I
my
have full
run last
confidence
night.
that you will.
My Moon was not much to write home about last time.
So we've got 6 minutes left in this run, and we've got $8 left to go before our next milestone of $2,600 Canadian. Chat, can you beat Cheese J to the end here? I think that you can, but how about you prove it to us?
Okay. Starting off Moon Kingdom with a fancy triple jump here. That's why I like to call the bomb vectors. Good old friend the bomb. Always. I don't even know the origin. I'll be honest. I couldn't tell you. I just know the bomb likes doing the vectors, I think. I don't remember. It's been 8 years. I just know I call them the bomb vectors for some reason. The bomb has something to do with it.
There's probably a 2 or 3 hour video out there somewhere describing all the history and lore.
Okay, this is what is known as Mooncave Skip, if I can get... Oh, no, I talked to him! Oh, I don't know the answer! This is unfortunate, because I have to get the answer right. There we go. You can't exit that dialogue box unless you get the answer right.
Nice.
Okay, this is Mooncave Skip. I want to bounce on top of this moon's head to do 2 precise wall jumps here. Not really that precise. To skip doing the Mooncave and save a couple of minutes. I don't know if I've ever talked to that Jinx before. That's pretty crazy. Luckily I got the answer.
I mean, you've probably played the game casually at some point, so ostensibly.
I got up to I was recording my casual playthrough, and I got up to Metro, and my capture card crapped out, because I was using an old bad one. So I just gave up on the casual playthrough.
Oh, jeez.
And then I came back like a year later to speedrun it. I'm one of the very few spinners that have not done a full casual playthrough of this game. If you want to count my full all-moons run, my first all-moons run as a casual playthrough, you can count that. Because I really did not know what I was doing in that. All I knew is I had decent movement and that was it. Yeah.
Right, you knew the tech, but
yeah, I've never seen like 90% of the moons in that route before. Whenever I did that run. Okay, one more phase after this fire phase. There we go. Okay, final 2-ish minutes of the run here. Gotta capture Bowser and then leave the moon, escape the moon. Not yet. Give
Sing
it like a
along if you
minute
know
30.
the words. Ah, true. Right, it is just the end. Like, as soon as I open my mouth, I'm like, wait a second, does that only happen in the second half of this? Because I don't have the audio here. Speaking of
it's
casual
whenever you break
playthroughs, it
open the
has
wall
been a
for
little
the
while for
pillar
me as well.
sequence. Okay. Gonna
Got
enter
it.
this 2D section here. Theoretically, I could skip it, but it's really, really hard to do that. So I'm just gonna go inside
Yeah,
it.
there is that skip. Right.
Oh, I'll do that.
Look, fast is great, but consistent is best.
And I'm gonna break all these blocks. Come up here like that. There we go. Okay. And give it a second. One more wall. There we go. Now you can sing along. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, now it's time.
Not a good first pillar, but that's okay. Final pillar. And final block. Time is going to end here whenever I... Yeah, whenever I shoot out of the wire here.
As soon as we're attached to the wire.
So about 5 seconds from right now. And time. GG, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Time.
If
GG's.
Yeah, if you want to see more from me,
Thank you so much for running.
I do Mario Odyssey on my Twitch, twitch.tv/TJ. And I'm not super consistent with streaming at the moment, but I'm trying. So if you want to see more of that, go ahead over there, twitch.tv/TJ with 2Ys. And yeah, that's all I got.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much again, Cheese J, for showing us the Talkatoo 2% run of Super Mario Odyssey. Thank you to everyone who donated to affect our bid war during that run. Now, to chat, it's been kind of comfy cozy so far as we've been bouncing through our little jump block here, but it's about to kick into absolute high speed. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, you're going to have the high energy trio of HUD 601, Argic, and Satan herself for a Sonic Dream Team race. So don't go anywhere. There'll be more Prevent-A-Thon 5 for you very soon.